my goodness, this is so heavy. Oh, man. I just got this haul of art books this morning. I got it from one of my sisters. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. My youngest brother is a far better artist than I am. I wish he would show us work. Maybe one day he will. My middle brother he's really killing it on YouTube. I'm just getting started. And I have 4 fantastic sisters. 2 of my sisters are, I guess you could call them professional pickers. And this one here, this box came from my youngest sister, Tobey, and her husband, Dan. And once I catch my breath, we're going to look through this and see what we've got. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ah, whew, that thing is heavy. All right, my first book. I love it. Disney, Looking at Paintings. A fun and informative introduction to the techniques and history of painting. I cannot wait to read this. And let's see, what has it got here? It says, find out with Mickey and his friends why cave painters decorated their caves. Why Piero della Francesca used gold and Duccio used eggs. Why Leonardo da Vinci made the Mona Lisa smile. And how Titian painted sound. Hey, I want to know that. This looks great. I can't wait to read it. Looking at Paintings by Disney. The haul's worth it just for that one book. Okay, let's see. Paint charming seaside scenes with acrylics. It's okay. You know what? With art books, you kind of have a mixed bag sometime of quality. Splash 1, America's Best Watercolors, 150 dynamic paintings from 90 of today's finest watercolorists. This looks good. I'm not a watercolorist, but I am interested in doing more of it, especially doing outdoor sketching. Wow, this is a big volume. Great French paintings from the Barnes Foundation. Impressionist, Post-Impressionist, and Early Modern. That looks like an interesting read. Oh yeah. What is this? Ginger, Jar, and Fruit by Saison. Okay. Here's another Splash Watercolor Breakthroughs book. This one, again, has 150 paintings from America's Best Contemporary Watercolorists. Let's see, this one's the 2nd edition, and it's got the price tag here. Now this is back in 1994 is the date on the barcode. $29.95. Understanding Transparent Watercolor by Gerald Brommer. That looks good. Yeah, that's a nice book. And here's what everyone needs. Another book on Monet. You know, I just finished reading a book by Ross King called Mad Enchantment. It was really good. I couldn't put it down. It's about his artwork later in life when he was doing the large decoration series, the huge water lily paintings. But anyway, I don't mean this looks like a good book. You can never get tired of Monet. I like these large coffee table books because they have really nice large reproductions that you can look at. So that's nice. That's cool. Well, this is a first. A book on Picasso. You know, when I looked at the author's name, I thought it said Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone was a man. I don't know who this is. I'm sorry. That was terrible. It's funny how the mind plays tricks like that. But yeah, Picasso. Look forward to looking at that. I saw a Picasso exhibit last year in Vienna at the Albertine Museum. I need to do a video. I intended to do one a year ago. I'm long overdue, but I will. And here's the 1 billionth book on Impressionism. But in all seriousness, we can never get tired of Impressionism. This looks like a beautiful book too. Yeah. Again, large reproductions. I like these big books because you get to see the paintings up close. Another book on watercolor, The Best of Watercolor. There's so many books here. 1,500 color mixing recipes for oil, acrylic, and watercolors. Follow these 4 simple steps to mix more than 1,500 color combinations. No way. Broccoli brown? I've never never heard of that. Broccoli brown? So it is quite a colorful book. Okay. I think the best way to learn color is just to make your own mixing charts. Anyway, creating exceptional color with acrylics. You know, my last video, I did an acrylic painting in the style of John Nieto. You can check that out. Okay, this is an interesting book, the Northlight Illustrated Book of Painting Techniques. In this book, you'll discover the meanings and uses of 45 painting techniques, how to apply these techniques to specific subjects, how to use old techniques with new and better results. More than 750 full color illustrations show you step by step how to do everything from frottage to scumbling and provide you with a wealth of new painting ideas and inspiration. Another $29.95 book. So you can see the step by step how they do that. Anyway, that looks interesting. I'll check that out. Okay. And here is a book on Renoir. And Toulouse-Lautrec. I don't have a book about him either. Salvador Dali. And the Reader's Digest to Acrylic Secrets. They've been holding out on me. Painting watercolor florals. That looks interesting. Now this looks good. This is a book by Tom Browning. It's called Timeless Techniques for Better Oil Paintings. And it looks like in this book he addresses things like edges and brushwork, color, getting the right color, mixing the right colors. A 7-step summary to help you observe colors. Value, hues, and anyway, I'll have to read that and see what it's like. There's Van Gogh. The transparent watercolor wheel. Now you can achieve beautiful luminous color every time with Jim Kozvanek's unique transparent watercolor wheel. Looks like there's a fold out in here. Let's see what it looks like. And there it is. Actually, this looks interesting. There's the watercolor wheel. Love color. Never get tired of that. I got several books on color. Beautiful painting watercolor landscapes. No, I said that backwards. Painting beautiful watercolor landscapes. Transform ordinary places into extraordinary scenes. That looks interesting. Transparent painting techniques. This is by Julia Jordan. How to achieve luminous color in watercolor and acrylic. You know, that's interesting. I don't hear much about that, but I've seen people do it. And back when I was first learning how to paint, I would use acrylics as if they were watercolor. The difference being is once acrylic dries, that's it. You're not going to lift it back up like watercolor does. Interesting idea though. Another splash volume on watercolors. Hey, this is cool. Everything you ever wanted to know about oil painting. You know, if I'd had this book first, I wouldn't need all these other books, would I? In all seriousness, yeah, this actually looks pretty good. Looks like it's a series of articles by various artists, including David Leffel, Greg Krutz, Stephen Doherty. Yeah, I'm going to check that one out. That looks pretty good. The Best of Watercolor 2. Looks like it's another compilation book. Painting the Beauty of Flowers with Oils. Nice. Acrylic Painting Techniques, How to Master the Medium of the Age. This looks like an older book though. 1994. It's been nearly 20-something years ago. 24 years ago? Oh wow, this is cool. I just saw this the other day in Barnes & Noble. I didn't buy it because it was, as it says right here, it was $29.99. I don't know if I wanted that much. Well, I'm glad I held out because I got it for free. Fine Art Tips with Lori McNee. Compendium of Acrylic Painting Techniques. 300 tips and techniques and trade secrets. I told you they've been holding out on me. Okay. Masterpieces of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. You know, sadly, that's a place I've never been. I'd like to go, but it's nice to have that book to take a virtual tour, if you will. There's another large volume, Inspiring Impressionism, the Impressionists and the Art of the Past. That's a very nice looking volume. My goodness. Looks good. It's a big book. Another splash compilation book on watercolor artists. Brilliant Color and Making Color Sing. That's a nice title. Practical Lessons in Color and Design. Now this looks like it looks like it's geared toward watercolor. And one more book. Wow, this is a prize. This is one of the best books in the whole lot. This is Kevin McPherson's Landscape Painting Inside and Out. I already have a copy of this book. I have the hard copy of it. This is a paperback version, but this is a really good book. Now he's come out with a new book since this one came out. It's called Conversations in Nature or Conversations with Nature. I'll have to check that out. I can't remember, but that's a beautiful book. It just came out this year. Hey, it looks like there's a receipt. Look at that, a receipt. Landscape Painting Inside and Out, $24.99. It was purchased at the, let's see here, at Barnes & Noble, July 2010. Wow, what a fantastic collection of books. I am so happy that I got these today. I'm really grateful to my sister Tobey and her husband Dan for finding this stash of books. And what a deal. I mean, you look at the prices on these, $21.95, $31.99, $19.95. You know, I almost bought this book and I'm glad I did. And it's $29.99. I got it for free today. I am so happy that they got these books for me. As I learn how to paint, books are an important part of the learning process. So this is a great addition to my library. I can't wait to dig into some of these books, especially some of these that have good examples like this, Metropolitan Museum. These type of books I love looking at because I haven't been able to visit all the museums. But anyway, I digress. I am on a journey to learn how to paint. I'm not an expert at it right now, but that's okay. I'm having fun. Learning is a fun process. I'm enjoying it. And if you would like to follow along and learn how to paint along with me, please hit the subscribe button and then be sure to click on the bell notification. That way you don't miss any future episodes of The Artful Painter. Now it's your turn. Go out there and create something amazing. Easy and quiet. Pictures can't make any sound, so how can artists make you believe that their paintings are noisy or quiet? Just as people can shout loudly or murmur softly, artists can use noisy, bright colors or quiet, muted ones. Just as you can hear sharp, piercing screams or a gentle sigh, artists can use spiky, jagged shapes or soothing, round ones to hint at different sounds. Oh, here's Bacchus and a Radney. It's a bit odd to have this in a children's book. It's by Titian. What a commotion! It's no wonder that Ariadne, the woman in blue and red, stops and turns around in alarm to see what all the noise is. Bacchus, the god of wine, is leaping off his chariot to propose to her. His noisy friends follow behind, and a barking dog adds to the hullabaloo. I can't say that word. Hullabaloo. So who's making all that noise? The picture is full of sound and fury. Colors clamor, and a tambourine rattles, and cymbals clash. Stamping their feet, the people whoop and yell. Titian has painted each person twisting in action with an arm raised or a knee bent.